Welcome. Toyota Truck presents The Experience. I'm Dave Hatch, and now you may recall that 2 summers ago, I made a bet with my buddy Bryn Hudgin that he couldn't ride his Yamaha BWS 125 scooter all the way from Montreal to Toronto, armed with only a tent and a $25 gas card. Then last year, when Bryn got up in my grill about the Scooter Challenge victory, I then challenged him to ride from Baie-Comeau, Quebec to Goose Bay, Labrador, over 1,300 kilometers of gravel, trees, and porcupine, again with nothing but a tent and a gas card. If you saw that little adventure last year unfold right before your eyes, then you know Bryn foolishly lost his tent on the second day into his journey, and then cheated by sleeping in the back of the support van. However, the judges at Yamaha Canada looked the other way and gave the win to Bryn, and a headache to me. Which brings us now to this season. This year it's going to be different, as Bryn and I have come up with a series of 6 challenges that will put his riding skills to the ultimate test, both on the street and in the dirt. If he successfully completes 3 or more of these challenges, then he wins. If he fails 3 or more, then I win. And after setting up this first challenge at the Canadian Motorcycle Training Service facility just north of Barrie, Ontario, let me tell you, I've got this one in the bag. Hello, Hudgin.
Hello, Hatch.
Good to see you here. I'm glad you brought the cruiser.
Yeah, I brought it, and I see you scrubbed the Yamaha off your forehead.
Yeah, well, that was last year's challenge. This year, we've come up with something completely new. 6 completely different, separate challenges. Are you up for it?
Of course I'm up for it.
Okay, well, the reason I asked you to bring the cruiser today is, what's one of the most difficult skills for a cruiser rider to overcome?
I think a lot of them have problems with slow speed maneuverability.
Right you are, Bryn. So today, your first challenge in our 6 challenge special is to ride this cruiser from this cone to that cone in over 30 seconds.
I guess this means I can't put my feet down. I have to stay between the cones too.
No dabbing, no cones, and you've got to get there in more than 30 seconds. Get there any earlier, and you've blown the challenge.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Okay, when you're ready, sir. That's one dab. You're gonna have to do better. Another pylon. Two dabs. Jeepers. Well, Bryn, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is you got there in 34 seconds, so you would have won the challenge. The bad news is 3 cones down, and I think I counted 4 dabs.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Well, we've got some help for you. We're going to bring in an expert to teach you how to do it right. Cue Clinton Smout, the man who has taught over 40,000 people how to ride. Bryn, allow me to introduce you to Clinton Smout. He is definitely one of the top riding instructors in the country today. He's taught over 40,000 people how to ride a motorcycle, and he was spying on your last attempt. What do you think? Can you help him out?
I think we can, Bryn. I saw 3 main things, but I had a question first. You hadn't been drinking, have you? It was a little bit wobbly.
It was a little sad.
Yes. But the main thing I think we can help you with is your eyes, first of all. You were conscious about not hitting the pylon right in front of you, but you'll go where you look. So if you look down at that cone, it's magnetic, it draws you in. So we're gonna get your head up, looking at the destination you wanna end up. That's the key thing. That'll help your balance big time. The other part was the clutch. Our dads who taught us how to drive standard cars told us, don't ride the clutch, you're gonna burn the clutch. So some of us come to motorcycling with that same concept, where it's either all the way in or out. That was causing your bike to lurch. So what we'd like you to try next time, it's completely acceptable to ride a motorcycle with a clutch partially in. So try it with 2 fingers on the grip, 2 on the clutch, and find that sweet spot where it's pulling you, but it isn't so sensitive to throttle input. The last component, the third one I think will really help, is as street riders, we've been trained and conditioned to use the front brake a lot. But at very slow speeds, it's causing your front suspension to dive. And if you're turned a little, the next thing that happens is the foot comes down. So rear brake only, and just drag it a little bit when we need to slow down a little. And those three things, I think you'll not only get the time, but will keep the pylons intact and the feet up.
Great advice, Clinton. Let's put it to the test.
Good, Brian. Nice and smooth. The eyes are up, and you're feathering the clutch. Beautiful. Look at that end destination. Slow it down a little with rear brake. Much better. That's it. Coast it in. I think we're going to be close. Very nice.
Incredible. 30 seconds. Bang
Right on the money. Good job.
You win the challenge. It's pretty good. Yeah.
You'll get him next challenge.
Okay. Way to go, Brian.
That was good,
Yeah, not bad.
especially in the gravel.
You know, I think it was all in the clutch
And his eyes.
and the rear brake.